Next Gen is like, yeah, maybe I will go to bed.
Yeah.
I watched an episode. I feel good.
They're bedtime stories.
Yeah,
They're really good
yeah.
bedtime stories.
You guys are making a really compelling case.
Yeah.
There's a chance that I was just really annoyed at my roommate.
I think that's what it was, because this is a very likable show.
Welcome to the Love, Hate, Laugh Show.
No free beer.
Yeah, they
Yeah, it's
really
true.
don't care about us now.
No.
I didn't know that people, like, I thought Alaska Airlines was like a big deal, but no one in New York knows what that is. And
It flies into Newark.
Yeah.
It doesn't
No,
even...
they fly to JFK.
Oh, do they?
I flew JFK here. JFK is the secret good New York airport, actually, because it sucks, actually, but nobody uses it, so it's like very chill.
Does everyone use LaGuardia?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody's flying out of there, except for Alaska.
Yeah.
But every time I use
Don't
my...
tell everyone.
Yeah. No.
You're gonna ruin it with all of our podcast users.
Yeah.
Are gonna find out.
They're like, we gotta
Yeah,
get to
no,
Portland
we definitely
first.
have enough fans to ruin an airport. Yep.
Yeah.
That's-
We might one day.
We could mess up an airport.
Really big dog in those
ruin an
airports.
airport.
Yeah, we could.
That's how we get big.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah,
the show really...
exactly.
We're going
Yeah.
to storm an airport,
We're gonna
dude.
storm this
We're gonna-
airport.
Yeah, I think like
Occupy.
Hillsborough Regional Airport. I think that's
We could take it
totally.
over.
We probably have enough
Or
fans.
like the Troutdale helicopter airport.
Wow.
We could definitely take that
Like
one
if
over.
all of our fans stood on one helicopter pad,
Whoa.
they would have to tell a few people to move.
That's
So,
true.
yeah, it would be.
And we'd be in there podcasting,
Yeah.
and they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Get out of here! Like, leave!" And
It
we'd
might
just
make
go.
the
Creating
news, and then
content.
people would hear about our podcast.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
Playing
brilliant.
the long
Get on
game,
it. Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Quit telling everyone all of our
Holy
techniques.
shit.
This is a
Our
great
marketing.
idea.
Yeah.
Hey, so this is the Love Hate Laugh Show. Thank you, everybody.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
Hi, what's up?
What's up?
I'm
Hello.
Bjorn RG. I'm going to be our producer this evening. Paul's at home with the doggos.
That is the most millennial thing. Calling them doggos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't call him his children in some way, so he has a
True.
little more millennial.
Who are
to
you
go.
guys?
That's
What I was
my
trying to-
first.
Oh, yeah. We
Yeah.
were just supposed to do that part. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey,
well, our fans should know.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
Well,
hang
they
on,
don't know who I am.
I'm going to intro you.
Yeah, all right.
I got a whole thing pulled
Okay.
up.
Do it, hell
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. Well,
Bjorn
Let's
wants
do
that
it.
to happen now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
Nick.
Am I a better
Okay.
producer, or am I just me?
No,
like,
you're
very-
very
Yeah,
it.
He's like,
You're
He's like,
very
I want
pushy.
Paul back.
you're taking this 30-minute time limit very serious.
Eliza, it is your turn to speak.
Paul,
Eliza, go now. Eliza, go. Eliza.
Paul always uses the compliment sandwich. That's the difference. I am Eliza Butler.
I just throw meat at you.
Now you talk. Who are
I'm
you?
Nick Scalzone. You can find me on Instagram at Nick Scalzone Comedy. And
Oh.
Yeah.
we have a very special guest, and I'm
Whoa.
going to try to read this bio and edit his name out until the end.
I
He
love
is a
it.
comedian, podcast host, streamer, and writer from Bentonville, Arkansas.
Yeah,
He
baby.
loves strategy board
Go
games
Tigers.
and has covered them extensively in Space Cats Peace Turtles, a podcast supported by
Go
over
Turtles.
700 patrons on Patreon.
Yeah.
Been featured in Polygon, Geek, Sundry, and the
No.
Dice Tower, none of which I've heard of. As a comedian, Hunter has performed across
Oh,
the
you
country.
messed up.
Fuck, I fucked it up. Our special guest is Hunter Donaldson, all the way
Yeah.
from
Hey.
the Big Apple.
Hell
It's
yeah.
me. I'm here. I'm from New York. Yeah.
I tried.
I know. No, you did a great job.
You did an amazing
That was
job.
really good.
Reading is hard, dude.
Reading is
I
hard.
was homeschooled.
Do you give that bio to like when you're like, hey, bring me up with this?
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
You should.
You
I
should
would
have him
not
bring you up
want-
with that
Yeah.
open mics.
That actually would be funny to just be,
Go to like
insist
an open
on-
mic in a town you've never been to and be like, I need you to bring me up like this.
Well, when you're on like a bar show, you can. It's it's good etiquette to ask. If do you want me to say anything before I bring you up? But it really doesn't matter, right?
Right.
I mean, we're just this is just a bar. It's just some little show. It doesn't really matter. But it would be funny to be somebody that like really was like, yeah, I have quite a few things actually that I need you to say before you bring me up. And there's like 3 people in this crowd.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yeah, so from Bentonville, okay, BHS, Bentonville High School, baby.
What was the mascot of Bentonville High School?
Tigers.
Go
He said it.
Tigers.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
Tigers.
Bentonville
Well,
Tigers.
Nick was concentrating. He missed that part.
Yeah, that's true.
When
you were
was I
reading.
concentrating on
When
that?
you're reading.
Oh, when I was reading? I was
Yeah.
supposed to be listening for mascots while reading?
It's
Yeah.
fine. I'm defending you now,
Oh,
but
okay.
now you're
Thanks.
being aggressive towards me.
Well, this is why we don't have 700 on Patreon yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're not quite at that level.
Mm-mm.
not a.
So you can listen for mascots while you read. That's what I gather?
I can, yeah.
That's a skill.
Yeah, because I mean,
You've
I have.
gained that over the years. As
I mean,
Patreon
once we hit $6.99 on Patreon, actually, that kicked in,
nice.
and I was like, wow,
It's
I
like
have
you
new.
felt your brain change. You
Yeah,
were just
I
like,
grew a third lobe.
Wait,
Nice.
so you have a show, a podcast.
I have a podcast.
What is it?
It's called Space Cast Peace Turtles. It's about a board game made by a company called Fantasy Flight. Shout out to Fantasy Flight. Please give me money. They don't. That's the joke. They make a game called Twilight Imperium, and I happen to know a lot about it. I know a lot about it, and it's a difficult, stupid game, huge waste of time. I don't know. It's like wizard chess for number perverts.
Damn, you're really selling it
is
for
Nick
me.
a fan already?
Yeah, I'm just.
It's like you're
this
describing
year-
Nick.
Are you into weird stuff like that? Are you
Not really.
you don't get freaky with dice and stuff?
No, I don't get freaky with dice.
Well, so it's not for you.
Not for you.
It's
I
probably
just-
it's not for anybody on this show. It's not for anybody watching, unless you are already a listener and you're watching this to see me. Hi, you.
Beyond
Hello.
another thing.
Hi.
I love that. All right. So Hunter, you're bringing a love for us today.
Oh yeah, a big love.
Yeah. What? So just say like I forgot to tell you this up top. Just
okay.
Say like I love the thing. And
Oh,
then-
okay. So
yeah.
so today we're gonna talk a little bit about Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
A television program running from 1988 to 1995, starring Sir Patrick Stewart. It made him a star. And then a bunch of other people that did not become stars. Actually, their lives just kind of stayed at that level, and it's a good level. But
Right.
you know,
Like the Reading Rainbow guy kind of went down.
LeVar
Did
Burton.
he go down?
LeVar Burton failed to get work after Star Trek.
Like-
actually,
Like Star Trek turned into his big get.
Yeah.
Like after they're like, oh, the Reading Rainbow guy, dude.
No, he did
cool.
a couple cameos on Community as the Reading Rainbow guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Brought
Yeah.
him back.
that's
Yeah.
true. He kind of
Yeah.
has two things. Everybody. So okay, LeVar Burton has two things. Patrick Stewart, full career, lots
Right.
of a storied life that man has lived. Michael Dorn, nothing. Just Worf. That's all he got.
That's
Is
it.
that the guy with the weird face?
The weird face. Yeah,
The thing,
was
the
like-
Klingon.
Yeah, he's
okay.
a Klingon. Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
a roommate in college that watched that show a lot, and I tried a few episodes, and I was like, not into
You
it.
tried a few episodes and you weren't into
You
it.
didn't
Was
get
not
to the
into it,
second
but
season?
I didn't like watch them in order. I just would
You just
wander
watched
in, and he
whatever.
was watching something, and I was like, "What's this?"
That's
shit?
the best way to watch it, by
Yeah.
the way.
Oh, okay.
Like you actually
so I
got the best-
experienced the best
you got
of the,
the
show,
best
and it wasn't for
experience.
me.
It's not
Yeah.
really a serial. You just watch the first episode to kind of understand the premise of the show,
Mm.
and then you can just kind of
Oh,
play
yeah.
popcorn with the,
Oh.
with the
So
so
he's
it's like,
popcorn,
so
yeah.
is each episode got a whole story arc?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then
yeah.
there are like
That's
some
like-
people who are like through time.
yeah.
Yeah, there are some
villains.
people through time. Yeah.
Some people
No, you're
through
right.
time.
There are some people through time. I
Nice.
mean,
What do you like about it? Why do you love it?
I like a show that isn't exciting. First of all,
Mm.
what I like about Star Trek: The Next Generation is it's a lot of something will happen, and then most of especially the really good episodes are really just people in rooms talking about what just happened, and that's all. It's a show about ethics. It's about what is the right thing to do in response to whatever stimulus that the show has cooked up this week. It stars a bald man who was already too old to be on television by the time he started, and now he's unbelievably old. And I don't know. It's like it's from another time. It feels like every choice that works for that show, no one would do on any TV show ever again.
That's
like
true.
that's it. Like that was the last time for us to put up some weird old people and be like, these are the heroes of this TV show.
Like,
and you
celebrate
should be
them.
yeah. And now it's like, yeah, if we the new version of Star Trek, which I do not dislike. A lot of people on the internet really don't like all of the new Star Trek shows, and if you ask them why, then you find out that they suck as people. But I will say, new Star Trek, young people, they're sexy. They're doing cool. They're cool people. They seem healthy and interesting. And that's not my Star Trek, okay? I like old farts, like kind of just sitting around being like,
Just
what's the right thing to do?
Moseying through space.
Yeah.
Well, and what I like about the Star Trek universe in general is like I feel like it's fundamentally like optimistic.
Yes, it's
You know, like-
utopian.
Right. Where Star Wars is like pessimistic, right? It's like
Sure.
war, it's like horrible. But like
Dystopian.
Star War or Star Trek, it's like everyone's like doing their best, but like they got a lot of it figured out, you know? I like there's something that I like about that.
Yeah. Also, Star Trek, as opposed to Star Wars. Star Wars is just like a goofy fantasy thing to
Mhm.
distract yourself with or whatever. And like, I don't think you're really supposed to watch it and like take away anything that you can think about later. It doesn't teach any moral lessons.
Mm.
It literally is like, good people are good and bad people are bad, and that's as complicated as we want to get
Now
about it.
watch
Okay.
this space stuff blow up.
Let's not get in
Yeah.
the weeds here. The
Like,
evil people are evil, good people are good. That's it. But Star Trek is, I feel like, more communicating to the audience. Like, hey, let's do an episode about something you care about or you think about. And also, like, the show's broken a lot of boundaries. This isn't a TNG thing, but the original series actually showed the first interracial kiss on screen. That had never been done on TV before. And people were pretty upset about it. Actually, people were pretty mad. So the show has gotten flack for being progressive in the past. I don't know if it's doing that now. I don't know because I don't watch new Star Trek that much. TNG tried a couple times to be progressive. They also had this like weird, it was a show that was like written by progressive people, but there was like an old crotchety man in charge of it. So he would
Mhm.
like kind of like temper things like that. But I don't know. It's a you should watch it. You should watch it.
I found when it ended up on, it was on, I'd seen a handful of episodes like growing up, just caught them.
Yeah.
And then it ended up on Netflix, like early in Netflix streaming.
Oh yeah.
I watched a lot of it. I don't think I watched the whole thing, but it was like, what I liked about it was closure.
Yeah.
None of this serial
no.
bullshit that
Mhm.
happens now where it's like where Nick's like, oh, I can't just jump into the middle. No, you can literally watch any episode if you
Mhm.
kind of know the characters. They're all like,
Each episode is a full story.
yep, beginning,
Like,
middle,
you,
end.
You get the background, you get the thing that happens, and then
Yep.
Mhm.
each
And-
episode ends, and it
in a
like a-
happy conclusion. And it
Oh.
is an optimistic, it is very optimistic. You feel
I can
good.
see how that could be comforting.
It's not like it's not like watching every show that's just trying to be 24, where it's just. Do you remember 24?
Oh God.
It just changed television, and now all shows are that, where it's just like
Right.
stress, and cliffhanger. like,
Mhm.
and you just
where
keep-
you've got to binge it because
you have to. You
every
gotta see the
episode
next
ends, and you're like,
episode.
well, fuck.
Right.
Next Gen is like, yeah, maybe I will go to bed.
Yeah.
I watched an episode. I feel good.
They're bedtime stories.
Yeah,
They're really good
yeah.
bedtime stories.
You guys are making a really compelling case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a chance that I was just really annoyed at my roommate.
I think that's what it was because this is a very likable show.
He was a big old fucking dork.
Yeah.
He had those magic cards all over our goddamn living room floor.
Oh.
They're probably
You
You
worth
don't keep
a
him
lot
on
of
the
money.
floor.
He's probably
Yeah.
a millionaire now.
Yeah,
No,
honestly.
he's not.
Totally.
No,
They
he's
make
not. But
money.
like, he didn't have like he wasn't trading them to like make money off.
He
of
just
them.
had them.
He liked to play the game.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah.
God.
All right.
Yeah,
Wait,
but he was
my
just annoying.
My favorite episodes were the ones where
I
he
feel
was like a gumshoe detective. He'd go on the holodeck, and then it would just be like an episode where
Oh,
he's a
just-
gumshoe.
Yeah, so they had a
Yeah.
holodeck that they would play with. So there'd be like they'd just be on a ship for some
Yeah.
reason for an episode.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
also isn't the like there's something with Montana. There's like a connection to Montana.
I don't
in the show.
I don't know
It's
about
The
Star
that.
Trek?
original it's the original like hyperdrive or whatever. The first hyperdrive was
Oh.
like in like somewhere in Montana. I don't know. why
That's
that
where they
was, like-
built it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
This feels very close to my heart for that reason.
Also, Riker with a beard, not the first season, beardless Riker, bearded Riker, like the hottest like man slut in all of the
He was
universe.
pretty hot.
He
Yeah.
fucked everybody.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also, I feel like the way that he does it is like very, I don't know, it's very nice.
He's like charming.
Yeah, it's very charming. He's a very sweet dude. What's weird about Riker is that the show like sort of doesn't know what to do with him though for
Yeah.
like a majority of the run. Because the whole thing with him is he's, Patrick Stewart's second in command, and then they write this whole story where he has to like take over the ship, and Picard becomes a Borg. You don't even know what that is, but
I've
it's
heard
scary.
of Picard. I've heard his name.
It's
Yeah.
like a robot
half
creature.
robot, half
Oh,
person.
like
The
the
Borg
cyborg.
is. The Borg is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's almost like they took the word cyborg and
And
they
then
just
they
chopped
cut a
that
couple
up. And then they were
letters
like,
off of it.
this is good.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
done.
And it did. It
Nice.
worked.
We're
It's
done.
very
It
creative.
worked.
I like the writers' room. They're like, sigh, and they're like, nah.
No.
Borg nailed
Yes.
it.
Oh, wow. That's
Let's
good.
get lunch.
Let's ship that.
Yeah.
like
oh,
More
we're done.
cocaine.
It's like when people talk about something too, like they say a word so much that they start abbreviating it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
what they did. They
They
were
just-
like, "Oh, we're gonna talk about cyborgs."
That makes it
like
sound-
we're in the business.
That makes them sound really cute, like my Borgs, my
Mhm.
little Borgs.
Mm.
I love my
It's
Borgs.
It's like
Or they were really
It's like
into
it's a breed of
tennis.
dog.
Yeah.
Very deep cut
Also,
on that one.
do you guys remember our TNG cameo that we got for our friend?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
who did you pay?
Brent Spiner.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we have a friend whose name I'm not going to say, who that was Brent Spiner as
Why?
Data. Well, I don't
This is a
know.
beautiful
She was-
story.
Oh, wait. I know who it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Brent's Data was her childhood crush, and so a few years ago for her birthday,
Data's hot.
yeah, no, for sure. He's like, well, I'll say, okay. Anyway, for her birthday, we all pulled together and we got a cameo from him for her birthday, and she was like, "It's the best gift I've ever had in my whole life." And he just like made fun of the people, like those of us who paid for it. He just made fun of us like most of the time. It
Aw.
was delightful.
He like
And then-
read the note, but he
yeah.
just like added his own commentary on
Yeah.
it. He's like, these seem like some weird fucking people.
and he's not.
He
wrong.
didn't curse, but like he
Yeah.
kind of said that.
It was
Um,
delightful.
It was
I
hilarious.
cried when I saw it.
Oh.
I never knew that. I never
I
knew
don't
it.
know.
Why
I
did
was
it make
just
you
like,
so
why?
sweet?
It
though?
was so sweet, and I was just like, I can't. It'd be like if somebody that you like really cared about, an actor or
Mhm.
someone that you were like obsessed with, and your friends got them to like sing you happy birthday and like say this like
yeah.
it was such a sweet thing. And I was just like, I remember exactly where I was. I was in line at Wendy's getting a 5 for $5, and I was
Oh,
in the
classic.
thing.
5 for 5.
Yeah, dude.
They don't do that
So-
anymore.
How
Something else
often are
COVID
you
took.
Or a
at
biggie
Wendy's
bag,
getting
a biggie bag.
Oh, a biggie back?
It was
what?
like $5. You got like 5 things. It was like a drink, like I don't know, it was like a $5 biggie
Yeah,
bag.
Yeah.
And I was like still crying when I like picked up my food.
Well, that's probably a third of the people in line at Wendy's are crying. They're used to that.
That's why you're at Wendy's.
Yeah.
exactly.
If you're crying, go to Wendy's. That's their official slogan. Are you crying? Get your ass to Wendy's right now.
You should cry into a Frosty.
You should
Yeah,
cry and-
Nobody cries eating a frosty.
You
dude.
gotta-
Oh, it's possible.
They're delicious though.
Yeah,
they
you-
put you in a better mood.
You haven't
With
lived
the
until
fries.
you've cried your tears onto a square hamburger patty.
Mm,
That's why they're square, so they can catch all
They
your
can
Oh
cry.
yeah, the
Yeah.
edge. Yeah.
the round ones just hit different.
Well, yeah, and you're just not enough surface area to
Mm.
catch all
But-
of my tears.
My favorite part of that cameo though is because like I named our little comedy crew group text as a complete joke,
Total joke.
and
to be
it
clear.
was. And it was like, no, but anyone can change the name at any point, but it never got changed.
Right.
And I called it the Lone Wolf Pack Comedy Crew or something like that
Beautiful.
because I thought it was hilarious because it's stupid.
it's a lone wolf.
It's a lone
Pack.
wolf,
But
but it's a pack of
yeah.
lone
A
wolves.
pack
It's so
of lone
stupid.
wolves. Yeah.
It's like we're separate but together.
Mhm.
But I didn't know about the whole. They had to
kind
explain
of
to
sounds
me.
like a group of guys that hang out on Reddit too much.
Yeah.
It does, and some guys that we should be watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I should be
not a
kept on them.
delightful comedy
Yeah.
writing group.
Yeah.
Right.
And then did he say
Yeah,
Wolf
he was
pack?
like the lone wolf pack.
Yeah,
He was like
he's like-
totally like making fun of us.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like,
I
these
was
guys
like,
are gonna run a truck into a building. Like, I don't think he said that, but I think I
That was the
heard
vibe.
that in his voice,
Right.
where
Yeah.
he was
Probably
like,
watching the news?
he's like, I'm
Yeah.
about to be implicated
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
something.
It was like the best roast ever because I'm like, he's right to make fun of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It
How,
was
mu-
really nice.
how much does he cost?
It was like a couple $100.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
Good job, Brent.
yeah,
Yeah,
You're on Cameo, but you're more expensive than some other people.
yeah.
Are.
yeah.
So I want to do a quick game just for funsies. It's called First Post.
Oh, God.
I went all the way back on your Instagram, and I just
Oh,
want you to
geez.
explain what this is about. I don't
Oh,
get
okay.
it.
Oh, I can actually explain. So if you look, there's all. I mean, this is also just became a thing for me of just taking pictures of like plates of. So okay.
Of finished food, is that
So the first post is
Can you open it bigger?
me at In-N-Out.
Okay.
So I'm at In-N-Out, and I was traveling with this guy who used to do comedy. His name is James Barella. Shout out to James Barella. And this man, he's a bit of a gourmand. He likes to eat.
Yep.
And he likes to take photos of his food before he eats it. And because I was just hanging out with him so much, I just started thinking like, oh, I'm gonna eat the
opposite.
food, and then I'm gonna take a picture of it afterwards. And when I first got on Instagram, I didn't really know what I was doing with it, so I was like, I guess this will be my thing.
Is that why your name was Hungry Hunty?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh,
That's literally it.
Mystery solved.
I was like, I don't know what. I don't like social media, and I don't like being on it.
I can tell.
Yeah, so
I love it.
I just didn't really know what to do, so I just started doing this, and then I just did this for a while, and then now I've just completely stopped because it's just not. I just did it
Because there was like,
because
I don't know, quite
I
a
can't believe how
few.
much I did it. I thought I
you
did it
went
way
hard on
less.
that, dude.
I thought I did it way less.
And then you
than
did a
this.
couple like of
Yeah,
real
and then there's
posts,
like some standard.
and then you're like, no,
posts.
let's do a couple more.
Oh, and then look, I put a thirst trap in there too.
There
There's
you
a
go.
thirst trap.
Yeah, that's
I
why you have
was
to
like-
bury it in the timeline.
Yeah.
And then you kind of went, oh,
And
there's
then
a. Oh,
I'm
did
still
you not?
doing it?
What is this? Is this like a taco
That's
bowl?
nachos.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got some nachos. Didn't even finish
A
it.
taco bowl. I'm such
Yeah.
a dummy. Like, oh, what are these nachos? Oh, nachos. How novel. That sounds like a taco deconstructed.
That's what it is, huh? That's what
I just now
I
realized
just
that
worked that out.
nachos
It's really
are
just
tacos deconstructed.
Have you not ever listened to that Jim Gaffigan bit from
No.
20 years ago?
No, how does
Nope.
it go?
Yeah,
Let's recycle Jim
do it.
Gaffigan's
Yeah, do
20-year-old
it.
bit.
And then we should clip it.
Yeah, and put it on
And tag him.
TikTok. Yeah.
That would be
Oh,
a
you're
good
back
podcast.
at it.
That's a great idea
like
for
it.
Instagram, though.
I like
Hunter.
It is. Yeah.
I like
mean-
finished food.
Yeah.
As opposed to the start of food when everybody takes the picture, you were like, nah,
No.
bro, I'm fucking
And-
different, dude.
End of food.
Yeah, I think
Fuck
that
I'm
it-
gonna take a picture of the rapper.
I don't normally like being sarcastic about something that everybody likes, though. I like being sarcastic about things that I like. You know what I mean? Like when I introduce TNG, I want to make it sound like it sucks.
Yeah.
Because I think that's my love language about things that I care about. Because everything that I like, I also think is really dumb. But I think being dumb is great, by the way. And I think more people should be dumb on purpose instead of trying to be smart and failing at that. Those are the dumb people.
Yeah.
What's your last favorite dumb thing that
my
you
God.
said or happened to you? Like
Ooh.
most recent, like a recent dumb.
Well, there's too many. This is my entire life.
Yeah.
It's just me doing and saying dumb things.
I mean, I learned too late that it's not catalytic converter. Like I thought it's catalytic, not catalytic. I thought it was only Cadillacs.
You said
That-
that only Cadillacs.
I
have
thought
a
only
catalytic
Cadillacs.
converter?
And I was like, I've not seen that many Cadillacs around Portland.
Yeah.
Like, how is
What
this
are people
theft
talking
so
about?
rampant?
Here's a dumb thing I did
Okay.
pretty recently. I did a drug. And doing drugs is dumb, by the way. And I did a drug that I've never done before, and then I won't do it again. It's a drug that starts with the letter K. And it made
I'm trying to think. K-pop.
yeah, it's called K-pop, and it's so dumb. It's just really dumb.
We're gonna make that a clip.
Like it's like, how do these people listen to this? This is crazy. No, but so I took this, and what it made me do was I was having a conversation with my friend whose name was Megan, and in my head, you ever get really in your head while you're talking to somebody, especially if you're like drunk or something?
Yeah.
And you feel like you're being crazy, but you're not really sure. You're just kind of like, I don't know what I'm saying right now, but I bet it's fucking nuts. And I was like talking to her, but I was like, wow, this is a weird drug. I feel weird. And I was thinking inside my head that I must be saying, well, I don't know what I'm saying, but it's not good, whatever it is. And then I started thinking inside my brain. I was like, I should like, and I was at my house. It was a party and it was at my place, which was that was an advantage, because then I was like,
At home court.
I should just go into my room and close the door, because then I won't be able to say anything weird to anyone. And then I go into my room and I close my door and I lay down and I'm just like, yeah, that's it. Now the party's over for me. And I pull out my phone and I just write a note saying like, apologize to Megan later about I don't know, but about something.
Whatever that was.
And then I just went to sleep. And I completely ruined this party for myself. I had no fun. And I also had a first-time drug experience that where I was just like, well, I'm going to do nothing now. And then
you just went to, it might have just been, it might as well have been melatonin, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
basically, I
you
took
just
a
got
sleep aid.
tired.
Yeah, I just made myself go to sleep then. I get up the next day, and immediately I text my friend Megan, and I'm like, I'm really sorry about the stuff I was saying to you. And she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I have no idea what you mean or anything. And I was like, well, I wasn't being weird or anything. No. And she was just like, no, you're just being completely, we were just talking about normal stuff. Everything's fine.
I can absolutely relate to this because I quit drinking about a month ago and I haven't had any alcohol.
Good job.
But I still, thank you. I still, like, after a late night, feel this like guilt, like I said something stupid or
Really?
did something like that part hasn't gone away.
Oh no,
And
that's
then
quite
it's
bad.
so much worse because I'm like, I have nothing to blame it on.
Oh,
It's just
no.
purely all Bjorn.
You can't fall back on anything.
I can't be like, oh man, I was so drunk last night. I'm so sorry that I said
Wow.
that.
But
fucked up
you were
thing."
stone sober, so you remember exactly when it was, and you're like, well, shit.
Just
Wow.
like, man, really regret saying that.
Wait,
but
What
I
a-
have no
but does it hit
excuse.
you after you had nothing to really regret?
I don't know. I just feel like I talked too much or said the
Oh.
wrong thing or was too honest. Like, I think I can get tired and be too honest is what I'm learning.
It's bad to be honest. If there's anything we
Yeah,
know.
no, you should
Right.
lie way more.
I need to lie more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Through your teeth constantly. I mean, I've never said a true thing in my life. Ever.
You're like, I actually hate.
I'm not even from Arkansas. I've never seen Star Trek.
You just heard the accent, thought it'd be fun.
I'm an actor, okay? I went to art school and I created a character, and the character is Hunter.
You know how blown away I would be if you just like dropped the accent all of a sudden? You spoke-
Yeah, like you
know-
turn out to be British.
Yeah, like
You've just
like
been
when
putting on
English
this whole time.
actors can just nail an
Yeah.
American accent, and you're just like, what? If you could do that? Oh my god.
I always like the ones that can't better, but they try to do an American accent anyway, and it just comes out hilarious.
That is good.
Those
Yeah.
are the best ones.
They're
Those are
trying.
super goofy.
Yeah.
All right, let's Eliza has a hate. Very excited to
I
hear.
Hell
do.
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I hate the Pina Colada Song. I hate that song more than any
If you
song.
like Pina
I hate that song.
coladas
Have you listened
and
to the
getting
lyrics?
caught in the rain.
Yes.
It's a beautiful story.
No, have you
That-
listened to the
I
first
have.
the first verse?
No, what is the first
The
verse?
first
Because I've never
verse,
paid any attention.
the
'Cause I don't like
narrator-
that song.
If you like making love at midnight.
That's the chorus.
Okay.
So, in the
Verse.
first verse
Mhm.
is the narrator is singing, his like wife or girlfriend, it's never clear, is
Mhm.
asleep next to him, and he's
Right.
like basically like, man, she's been a real drag lately. So he pulls up the newspaper because this
Right.
is in the 70s, and he starts looking through the personal ads,
Yes.
which is like Tinder back then, but like you had to like send it into a newspaper.
It was like slow Tinder.
Slow Tinder.
So you had
exactly.
like a lot of time to
To
think
think
about the
about it.
mistakes you were
Exactly.
making.
Exactly. And he sees this ad, and
then it
it
was in print.
says, and he's just like, man, my old lady, she's such a drag. Like maybe this person in the personal ad, and that's when. If you like pina coladas, he's like, yeah, I like pina coladas.
Right.
And getting caught in the rain, I also like that.
Yes.
So he's like, all right, cool.
Clearly from Portland
Yeah, exactly. Well, the pina coladas are kind of
or
a stretch.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a pretty solid tiki bar. I don't know if the alibi is still open, but
Yeah, well, that's true. But
seems like the place people would go to have affairs.
yeah.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
It's on
exactly.
Interstate.
Where do people go to have affairs?
Probably Interstate
Sandy
Avenue,
Hut.
I would
I'm
imagine.
not married and I'm single, but I want to have an affair. All right.
Oh, you totally can do that. Like that's. I'll
The
give you some tips
executive
later.
lodge would be a good one.
Yeah. So then he writes back to the person in the ad, and he's
Right.
like, yeah, I like that. Meet me at, I think it's O'Malley's.
Uh-huh.
And so he's like, all right. And he gets
That's
all ready
where
for
they
his
do
thing.
it. Hunter
Exactly.
is O'Malley's.
O'Malley's.
That's where it
Exactly.
goes down.
Let
So
me write that
then
down.
he gets there, and it turns out the person who sent the first personal ad was his old lady.
Right.
But then they're just like, haha, I didn't know you liked pina coladas, which also, why are you not communicating about your drink preferences and weather preferences? Like,
How
this should
was
have
it-
come up before
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Eliza, this
This
song
is a
was-
very 2023 read on this very old
Yeah, this
song.
song
I
was
want to
very
say.
therapy.
No,
These
therapy
people-
was invented back then.
These
Yeah,
people
but
didn't even know
people-
what mental illness was.
No, I guess.
Right, but people
Gaslighting
were
wasn't a term
Yeah.
yet.
made
No.
fun
No
of
one
for
had
going-
gaslit
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
That's
The
true.
gaslight wars had yet to begin. Okay.
Exactly. And then it's like, okay, haha, you like those things, I like those things, and then just never talked about it again. They're just like back to normal.
No, I thought the whole point is they're like, well, yeah, they're back to normal. They're back in love. They love each
Right,
other.
but
now.
like the part where he was just like, she was asleep. That's what kills me. She was asleep next to him, and it's like if you wake up and the person next to you is on Tinder. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a 2023
Swiping,
read.
but
That's when I live.
The 2021 would be like, do you like fish pics?
Exactly.
Like they'd be
That's
swiping
it. And
on the
group
same
shots.
thing.
So it's basically like a couple that are in a relationship and they're unhappy, and then they both
Well, they
go.
think they're unhappy.
It's like they went on an app and then they swiped on each other all over again.
basically, yeah.
But
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
you're right.
But
There
like,
would be
there were
there
fundamental
would be the-
problems before this happened.
Well, and there would be a strange meetup at the bar where you're like, hey, why are you here? It's like, because I read a one ad for a
Yeah.
fucking other person. It's like, oh,
So
I
wait,
wrote
It
that.
was on newsprint.
If
Yeah.
two people both are trying to cheat, doesn't it just
No.
cancel it out?
It does.
No,
it does
no,
cancel it out.
because they
That
still
no
wanted to
crime
cheat.
had
Nothing
Have
happened.
any of you ever been cheated on? Is this?
I have been actually. I
and
know
you're
about
still
it.
in favor?
I'm in favor of this, of what's
The
happening
song,
in the
the
Pina
song, that's what
Colada
I
song.
meant. I didn't mean
yes.
cheating.
I
Yeah.
haven't
I
been
think-
cheated on, but I would be furious. I'm with Eliza on this.
Yeah,
I
you walk
think
in
you're
and then
correct.
like it's like
I
if,
would be like,
yeah,
yes, you're here, but like
but at what
to
cost?
meet a fucking person that you thought wasn't me.
Right,
And
and they
I'm here
didn't
to
even
meet
see
a
each
person I
other.
thought wasn't you.
It's also
I feel
very
like, yeah.
unsafe.
But it's funny.
It is fun.
It's funny that they're trying to cheat and then they just end up with each other.
It's
like
a
that's a
reverse
funny
meet
situation.
cute is what it is.
Yes, it's a reverse meet cute. I would watch a movie
Yeah.
I
that
would
is
watch
this
the movie.
plot.
Yeah,
I would
I would too.
absolutely watch a
It's-
movie that
I
is
would
this
too.
plot.
It's
I'd be mad the
the
whole
plot of You Got Mail, except
You
they're
Got
both
Mail.
married to each other already.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
well,
but I
that does
also-
make it different, doesn't it, though?
But I watched You Got Mail again for the first time, like last year, for the first time since it came out, and I was like, "That's fucked up. It's fucked up that he knew the whole time." Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, and yes, I understand it's a very modern read, but like we're always learning and growing.
Yeah, it's true.
You are correct that their communication skills were just
Abysmal.
ass.
Yeah.
Really bad. Yeah, they probably should have tried couples counseling way before they got
Well,
to
even that, or
reading
just
the
talk to
newspaper
each
at
other.
night.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's asleep. Like, oh, let's go have a pina colada
So
today.
wait,
No.
Also, yeah, who gets through dating without knowing what kind of drinks
Yeah,
somebody
I
likes?
I think it's a bit of a compliment to the Pina Colada song that it paints such a specific picture that you are having problems not with, the music
No, the music's
at all.
fine. Yeah.
Or even really the song. It's just the story
It makes
that
me
the
so
song
mad.
is telling you.
yeah.
Like, that's a big compliment.
That absolutely-
It's
It's a
true.
great,
You
It's
may
got some staying
actually
power.
low key love the song.
Yeah, I think you sort
You
of
love
do
it so
love
much
it.
I've
that
thought
you hate
about it a
You
lot.
lived in the world of this song.
You're right. That song did get in your head.
Yeah.
No, totally.
So-
So what I want to know, I have a question. This is where I love the song, but this is where it breaks down for me.
Mm.
What phone number did she use? Because she
There were no
couldn't
phone
have
numbers.
a burner number.
No, there were no phone numbers. It was all in the paper.
Oh, they write to each other in
Yes.
the paper.
Yes.
Oh.
So he put his own ad in. He paid the $5.
more than
He paid the $5. Yeah, Rupert, whatever his name
the
is.
whole world of the song now.
Right, Rupert.
Just like we're
Hey,
like,
he hasn't thought about the song this much.
True. The guy that wrote it definitely
Yeah,
didn't put
no.
as much thought into
Oh
it as
my
you guys
No.
are now.
oh my
No,
God.
no, they would pay like $5 to put their personal ad in. No
Oh,
phone
right,
numbers.
right.
It's kind of like
Right.
a misconnection.
Yeah.
It's like a misconnection.
You're right.
That's
This
I
song
was-
would happen on Craigslist now.
Yes,
Yeah,
it would be a Craigslist thing.
Yeah.
It would be.
and it'd be way hornier.
Yeah.
All right.
Very much. But I
And the
hate
things
this.
that they
If
would
you
like
fuck
would
with
be like,
Pina Coladas,
and wearing masks in the ring.
Yeah, and like, who doesn't like making love at midnight? That's a gimme.
Yeah,
Everybody
everyone-
loves that.
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's not
like-
special.
that's probably the average time that it takes place. If you
Right.
had a graph of every fuck that's ever happened,
Yeah, probably.
Someone
somewhere
needs
around.
to do
Midnight.
that data analysis. I'd be
Yeah.
curious what the
Yeah.
time.
somebody needs to find out when everyone's fucked.
Yeah, like, I think if they could get a
Self-report.
lot
Just
of
catalog it.
a lot of data out of that metric. 'Cause
They're
you
just
get
going around to people being like,
average
"Tell me
start
every
time.
single time you've had sex."
Yeah.
Can you Can
There'd
you?
be a few people that could, and those are good people to identify.
Yeah. But I feel like there's a
We're
lot
gonna
of
have those
lies
people.
in there.
Yeah.
You're like Thursday.
Yeah, those people. No, the people that can
July.
tell you all of them.
Yeah.
We should keep track of those
Yeah, we
people.
need to keep
They're
an eye
gonna
on
they're gonna
them.
do something.
You're like, let me get my spreadsheet, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some people are really good at sexual scrapbooking, is what I like to call it, where they have
Oh.
like their whole, they kind of like can break down their sex history. And I've never been like that, but I'm
do
kind of
have-
jealous.
I have a
now.
whole list.
See,
You don't-
I
Yeah.
don't do that, but
Pen and paper, or you got
No,
it
it's on my
online?
phone. It's like a locked note on my
Whoa.
phone.
It's not on
Mm.
Google Docs.
see,
No.
that's cool.
You don't have it on the cloud.
I sure don't.
No one can hack it and steal it.
So wait, I want to hear more about it. There's notes about like
No, it's just
Yeah.
names.
Posi-
It's
is-
names.
it's
Oh,
just
it's
names. Names,
you don't have
positions,
them ranked in a variety
No.
of categories.
No.
come times.
See,
No.
that's what I'm.
It's more just to be able to remember.
I just wish I had a cool
Inches.
spreadsheet.
Racer Steve.
Yeah. There were some Steves in there.
Steve,
Yeah.
9 inches, 5 minutes.
9
Steve's
inches,
a really
5
regular
minutes.
name. I feel like
Yeah.
Steve's a safe bet.
Yeah.
God, because
You're
then
like
you could.
Caleb couldn't get it up, so I don't know how long.
Caleb
I'm
gets
not
a
gonna lie,
zero.
I don't feel like Eliza
But Caleb
would get
was
along
nice,
with any
though.
of the Calebs.
I
that have
like
been
Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb was really nice, but it just didn't work.
Was there ever a
no.
Caleb?
No Caleb's.
Okay.
No,
I just feel
Calebs.
like Caleb is a name that doesn't end up having a personality that gets along with Eliza.
Yeah.
This is a fun game. We should just start saying names of people
Yeah.
that we
And
know.
they're like, well, I should get the list up then. Because I don't remember.
Let's
they're
just
there.
talk through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Who's all on it?
Wait, where's my locked
God.
list? No.
So wait, I want to know though. So you are on board for the song?
I'm on board for Eliza's take on the song.
Thank
you. Okay.
I'm on board for it not going as smoothly as it did in the song when these
Yeah.
people discovered they were both trying to cheat on each other.
Right.
And they, instead of being like, hey, this is, seems like we might have a problem in our relationship, they're
Yeah.
just like, oh, we just like each other.
Right.
And they forget about this whole saga of trying to leave each other.
Now
or-
I want to pose
or
a
sneak
question
around town.
to the group.
Yes.
Better or worse if they tried to cheat? They both try to cheat
Yeah.
and they successfully cheat with other people.
yeah.
Is that worse or better?
Better.
That's-
Or
Because
that
they're
they
unhappy.
find
Wait,
out?
Why is that better?
Because
No.
they're unhappy, so like just be done with it.
Oh, they
But the
should just
whole
get
point
divorced.
of the song is that they're just not listening to each other. That's the whole point.
They'd grown apart, and
the
this
second
this-
they start actually like engaging with each other, then they find out they like the same
Thi-
shit.
This whole song is just someone suggesting like a weird sex thing, and the other person being like, "No, I'm not into that," and then they're like, "Yeah, no, me either. I
No.
was just joking."
No, I don't like that. No,
That's what I think the song is.
I've been there.
I'm into the song. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like if you take away that ending, you don't have a story. There's
Yeah.
no story. There's
Well,
no song.
sure.
It's just two people successfully cheating on each other.
Right.
I just like songs named after drinks, like Margaritaville,
Yeah.
Pina
Mhm.
Colada Song. These are
Mhm.
great songs.
Tennessee
okay?
whiskey.
Yeah, any song named after a drink just seems like such a smart move.
Are there any dry drink
Mocktail.
mocktail songs, or is it
don't-
just booze? I'm feeling
think
really
it's-
left out
I-
here.
Shirley
as a sober
Temple.
man.
I think it's kind of just booze, actually, because the whole point, Bjorn, is they're actually trying to sell those drinks.
Oh, that's true.
It's like the Kids Bop version.
Yeah, what's the kid's mom? I like Coke Zero
I like Shirley Temples in the rain.
and getting caught in the sun.
Yeah, no, Margaritaville was written to sell
To sell
margaritas.
drinks,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean it's basically it's a theme song.
And it's working.
That being said, Margaritaville, I think, is different than the Pina Colada Song, and that's a person who's sad and is taking responsibility
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah,
I've
that's
got no
true.
problem with Margaritaville.
Yeah, I mean, who
The
c-
song or
you
the
can't-
location.
You literally can't have a problem with it. It's
No.
made to. Jimmy Buffett
Great
crafted
fucking
it
song.
to make it so that you could never have any issue with Margaritaville.
Yeah.
You try to hate Margaritaville, but you'd have to do it from outside Margaritaville.
You have to
if
be
you're
an
in
epic
Margaritaville,
level
you
of a hater.
yeah.
To hate
I
on
don't
that
want to be
song.
around you if you can hate Margaritaville.
No.
I
It's
just
a
don't.
good song.
Yeah, you're not coming
Is
over
there
to
one
my
in
house.
Portland? I don't think there is.
I don't think
There
there
isn't.
is. I need to see Jimmy Buffett at some point. He's like one of my
Oh, absolutely.
bucket list artists to see.
He's your Grail.
He's probably my number one Grail artist to see. I just want to witness like the Parrot Heads. I've heard about them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like a group of people my parents' age just getting hammered, and it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like cooler than Deadheads.
Yeah. oh.
Yeah, no, they're a bunch of nerds.
Hunter, is there a band you like a Grail, like they would love to see like that?
I've seen a lot of the people. There's this guy Laraji that I really want to see, who's like a New York guy. He's like a ambient weirdo dude, and he plays like a little Casio keyboard, and he has like a weird hat.
That does sound like a guy from Brooklyn.
That's what.
Is
and
he
he's
from
like
Brooklyn?
old. Yeah, he's like a really old guy too. I really like weird. If you tell me like you want to go see some like weird old musician that isn't like really successful but has been doing it their whole life, so you're just kind of like, I don't know. I guess they.
What is a lifetime of
survived.
music?
Yeah, just a lifetime of weird
Just
music.
like the
That's
most
all I want to
passionate
see.
person of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got kind of big on public access. And
Hell yeah.
that's like a key. Like if you tell me like we're seeing this guy tonight, he got big on public access. I'm like, I really want to go to this.
Yeah, I'm
We
there.
are going to this right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I haven't seen Jimmy Buffett. I'm okay with. I saw Fish recently,
Okay.
and I didn't want to see Fish really. I had no real knowledge of Fish. Now I thought nothing about Fish. I didn't even realize it was like I didn't realize they were
I don't
basically
think
the
I
Grateful
could
Dead.
name a single song, but I do know that they're a jam band just
Yeah.
like the Grateful Dead, and that they
I
have
hate
like
a jam band.
Yeah.
a diehard fan base that'll go and record
Oh,
every
yeah, yeah.
show, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh
they're
yeah.
like, oh man,
It's
I got
insane.
fucking Minneapolis 1968
yeah.
or
It's
whatever.
insane. It's insane.
Dude, the way you
I
did
don't think
the
they were around.
solo.
It'd be like, I got Minneapolis 2004.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they're newer. The Dead, when did the Dead come out? Like the 70s?
Yeah.
60s, yeah.
Yeah. The Dead had like years of tours, and people would just collect a massive amount of tapes.
Right.
They're probably all like destroyed now.
I'm
The
not
one
gonna lie.
guy I
I had
knew-
a summer where I listened to the Fish Farmhouse album.
Oh
like, a
hell yeah!
lot.
So you were
It was a
kind of
CD that
you
my
were-
friend burned.
Wait,
me.
did you ever see him though?
No, never saw him.
See, you
but
gotta
I-
see him.
I did like that album.
I worked with a guy at the Fly Shop that had followed the Dead on tour, and he'd had like 100 Dead concerts on tapes,
Wow.
and then they
Wow.
got destroyed in a car crash.
Oh no!
Which is kind of it's
Why
kind
is
of
that
the
so funny?
it's kind of just the way you think that's gonna go, really.
It's
There's
just like,
been no other way.
why? Because it was his house.
Possibly.
yeah,
The car
It's
was
Well,
van
also
with
his
I
the
think
house.
it may have been that the LSD that him and his friends had
Mm.
literally dropped into their eyes.
Oh my
Because it was in
God.
liquid form.
Oh
Maybe
my
it hadn't
God.
worn off yet, and they were still seeing ghosts. That's a possibility of why they got in a car crash,
And then
but
their tapes
I don't
turn to
know.
ghosts.
I don't know the details.
We should find out.
Neither does
we
he.
should have him on.
But I don't think anyone knows the details. They're the
a
Grateful
mystery.
Dead know the details, but those
They're
tapes
dead.
got smushed.
They got smushed.
All right,
Yeah.
you guys. This was a lot of fun. Hunter, do you have anything you wanted to plug before we get out of here? It'll be out in a while, so like podcasts or.
You can follow me on Letterboxd, Hunbun. I'm Hunbun on Letterboxd. If you want to talk about movies, you can follow me on Letterboxd. I'm trying to get big on Letterboxd.
What is Letterboxd?
What is
It's-
that?
It's a social media platform where you just review movies. It's like Goodreads, but for
Oh.
movies. And yeah, I'm just trying to be big on it. That's it. That's what I want.
On
So please
Letterboxd?
follow me on.
What's
make
your,
a
what's your
letterbox.
handle?
Make a letterbox.
Hunbun.
Just make a letterbox. You don't have to do
Boxed
anything with
or
you don't-
box?
Listen, you don't need to do anything.
BOXD.
make it.
Letterbox.
All you got to do is make one. Okay, follow me, and then fucking get rid of it. Doesn't matter. I just want to get big on there, and
That's
I
how-
need the followers.
I have like 70 followers on Eventbrite, and I feel the same way. I'm like, I want more.
Yeah,
Ooh,
want
I had a weird like
I didn't know that was
viral
possible.
Spotify playlist
Whoa.
that got like an insane, and all it was all of my favorite songs from an artist. Where I was like, I don't really like all the songs on albums, so I kind of made
Whoa.
like this curated.
You did your own
playlist.
cut.
I did the Bjorn cut,
The Bjorn
and it
cut.
started getting like an insane amount of. Like,
Wow.
Who was
got-
the artist?
it's like this instrumental hip hop band that I listen to called. He's actually from Portland, called Emancipator.
Emancipator.
And I got like 1,000 followers or like some
Wow.
that, which is a
Nice.
lot for just a random
Yeah, it's-
personal
yeah.
playlist.
Yeah, it's a playlist.
Also,
yeah.
how do you promote that?
I don't know.
But apparently people were like, yeah, these
Thank
are all the
God.
good
No,
songs.
here's what you do: is you add our fucking podcast at the end of the playlist, dude.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Episodes in
You're
there.
squandering your fame.
my weird fan
Yeah.
base.
Unbelievable.
That is how you have to do it. It's all about shoehorning.
Yeah,
Sorry.
shoehorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps
Shoehorn
happening until they have
constantly.
to love us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so follow me on Spotify.
Yeah. Follow
Skate
Bjorn on
Club.
Spotify, me on Letterboxd, Eliza on Eventbrite.
And what's a weird?
What are you trying to get big on?
Yeah, what do you want to get big on?
GitHub.
I knew you were going to say GitHub.
Don't know what that is.
You can follow people on GitHub.
I don't fucking know.
I
I barely am on there.
Follow Nick's GitHub, okay?
Mhm.
All right. That's gonna do it for this episode. We are gonna have the other half of this episode, which will be our Love It or Hate It section, and that's gonna be out on Friday. Thanks so much for listening. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.